Hi friends, welcome again to in session 2 of Node.js training. Today we will learn REPL terminal and then package manager. It's known as NPM. Today we start with REPL terminals. It's a Node.js console. There you write commands and syntax testings. This console is looking like a terminal of the Linux and command prompt like Windows. We introduce with REPL terminal. What is a REPL terminal in Node.js? REPL stands for reads, evaluations, print, and loop. It represents a computer's environment like Windows consoles and unique cells where you write commands and then enter. It's on to as outputs in an interactive mode. Node.js bundled with REPL environment. Its performance parameters is the reads, evaluations, print, and loop. Its functionality is reads the user inputs and parse regarding to JavaScript data structures and stores in the memory. Then evaluations and in data structures and then print the results. It's continuously in loops up until you press Ctrl+C twice. REPL's feature is very useful in Node.js in code and debug JavaScript codes. You also online REPL terminal is available. Online. You can test like in REPL it on also in local terminals installing a nodes. Okay, we start with REPL terminals in local environment. I am using the like Windows operating systems, and you can see in you can see in command prompt of the Windows operating systems. We need two types node, and afterwards you come to in REPL terminals. You can see here just write node in command prompt, and you will see in REPL's terminals is looking like console. Afterward you will be going to like some simple exercise like mathematical operations, also declaring variables, and also declaring multiple expressions, and also declaring functions. Just we start with mathematical function like a simple expressions. Start with command prompt. They are write node incoming REPL command, REPL terminals. We're just putting some mathematical expressions 1 plus 3 as a print output. You can see here REPL terminals print direct in consoles like 4. Means if you not store the value in variables, is store in memory and print. If you store values in variable, then you need to print using a console command or direct putting the command in terminal and this show output. So we see here next we using a variables like variables x tens are declaring x variables. It store values is 10. Now we start with x plus y. We also need to declare variables. Variable y store value 20, and then we just expressions x plus y. You see here x plus y and just print 30 because x plus y value is not stored in any variables, means stored in memory and directly print on the console. Now we also want to print any message or variables values. You can directly using console.log and we put here hello world. You can see here console print hello words is like JavaScript debug console. It will be useful in debug in JavaScript codes where you want to print some output of the variables and print also some comments. You can using console or .logs. If you want to use multiple expressions, then you can see here we just start with curly bracket and then enter. Means the automatically is considered is a multiple expressions. Just start with a small exercise. There will be use multiple expressions. Just start with nodes. Now we need REPL commands where are declaring a variables 0 and I just bracket and enters. It's considering multiple expressions. Just now start with auto increment of x. Then start with print with console log the value of the x. And here we just using a while loops up to five values. Then you see here outputs the multiple expressions and it's print up to 5. Means if you want to print with multiple lines using a like this one bracket and enter. Another also be functionality available is there for REPLs using editors. See, you also using editors. Just type node. We come to in REPL terminals. You need to write editor. Now you come in entering and editing means editor modes where you write functions or multiple expressions. Just start with one small examples like declaring one functions. There one value as a argument and you print this argument and returns. And we also afterwards we call these functions and just seeing the output like hello words. And now start with exercise. There write functions. Function name is welcome. Argument name is name. And returns same outputs. See here I just define one functions name is welcomes and returns whatever pass the parameters values in the functions, and below these functions we just want to call this one functions with parameter values like Node.js session. And just after you need to press Control D, means it's similar like Control C is break functions. It's print hello and names, but here some mistake is there. Some we can start nodes. See what they write whatever pass values in the welcome functions, it will print here. And you want to exit from the REPL terminals, you need to press Ctrl C twice, means you exit from the REPL terminals. Here mentions here Ctrl C need if you want to break the commands, and when you press twice means exit, and Ctrl D is same effect to the exit commands. Now it's come back in here. Underscore variables is like working when you using no underscores is get last values. You can see here value variable x declare here. Next you also declare one y variable y, and multiplication here, and last output is 30. If you use underscore means the 30 the last outputs store in some variables, and when you print in console using outputs 30. Let's start with exercise with these ones. Nodes variable x is equal to 10, and it also declare variable y, it stores the value 20, expressions x plus y 30, and put you also declare variable sums, store last output, and when you print this one sum, the output is 30. Underscore underscore is used to store the last output of the console. Here some shorthand command is there. Control C is terminal commands. If you press twice means terminal node or REPL. Control D is like also terminal for node REPLs. Up down key is history, and you also go to previous commands. Tab key is the list of the current commands, and it is help is like a list of all commands. Just write help, just node and dot help. Okay, you see here break, clear, editor, exit, help, load, and save. Then you see here break commands, clear, and save file names. You also save current node session, REPL sessions to the file, and same REPL sessions load again using a loads files. This last one is like if you press Ctrl C twice as exit. You can do lots of the exercise and expressions evaluations here. You also debug their JavaScript codes and test here. It's very easy and very helpful to REPL terminals. Now we start with package managers. It's known as like NPM, not package managers. NPM is a not package managers, just defines there. It's a packages or modules if you like. You can see lots thousands of the packages. It's free on you download and use in your packages. You can list out lots of the packages from here. You can see here URL. You can find out lots of packages from here, whatever is used for in your programming. NPM programs install on your computer when you install Node.js. you can see here npms -v. Here we using npm versions 6.41 and node versions 11 versions. What packages contains files you need to for modules, and module are JavaScript libraries you can include in your project. Now start with npm packages. How can you installing modules using npm? Just start with npm and install npm install, and then you need to write your module names. You can see here lots of modules available here. File URLs like 1,000 variables here, but we are just we just mentioned here very popular Node.js modules is Express. Just start with an examples npm installs Express. I just checking our folders. Name is npm temp. We just start with here one folder is Express npm. Now just npm install Express. When you type npm install and module names, here we are just using Express modules. You can see here Express module installs. Our version is like 4.16. It also added 48 packages. Okay, in your this package, and this one see here packages Express npms, and just it automate is also create one folder node modules, and you see here okay lots of the also remaining modules there is depending on the Express modules, and this ones is like package JSONs. Okay, this one this here mentions whatever name of the npms and dependencies. You can see here lots of the dependencies here, and Express.js is mentioned everything here. You can see in package block JSONs files. You also using the after installing the modules, you will be used in your program using using like require require functions, and you store in any variables. Here we use using Express variables, and this one Express variable 2 you use all the functionalities, all the variables and function of the Express modules in your programs. Now we can see here module installed by the two way, one of the global installations and one of the local installations. Just before we just install one modules name is Express is a local installations. You can see here we just create one folders, and you can see these Express modules install in local folders, in the local root folders. And similar like that, if you install in global, is installed in system libraries. Just now we differentiate between the global and local installation, how can you use and how can you differentiate between them. Okay, by default npm is install any dependency in local modes. So you can see here all the dependencies in installing node modules, whatever the requires for express modules. Now here local modes refer package installation in node modules directories and in folders where node applications is present. Local packages accessible by require functions. We are mentions here require methods. You can extend the functionality of the modules and using their functionalities in your programs. When you install express modules, it's created node module directories, and in these current directories where install your express modules, similar like that. You can also check it, okay, like list of commands in Linux modes and this one's in Windows operating systems using directory commands. So you can see here. Okay. Now you can also install in globally, but you need to mention -g. Means if you mention say globals, means what the dependency and the what dependencies installs in like a system directories. You cannot use directly require methods. Okay, because it's a system sites. Okay, installations there. If you want to install express, just putting command like that ones, npm installs and module names. After -g is for the indicate the is global. Just in previous, when installing locals, it see a path. This one express mode package versions and this one path is here, but here when you install in globals, it just mentions like a module name of the module names and with versions. Now you can see lots of the globals modules. How can you list out all the npm packages, which one installing globals? Just type npm ls -g, means let's list out all the modules which one install it globally. You can see here we install only express, this one versions names for 16.4, and you can see also dependencies of the express.js installed here. Remaining you can see lots of the them is there. Okay, now how can you now we introduce with package essence or package essence, how can you use in projects. Okay, package essence is present in your root directories, and if any node applications or modules is used to define properties of package. Let's go with packages of the node modules express. You can see the names, they are described, and versions, authors who's write this one modules, and list of the contributor list here. Out of a license you need to confirm that it will be publicly or not, or for global use. Their homepage define is theirs, and also mention dependencies. You see here lots of the dependencies. Their modules is there. It also installs in the systems. Lots of list is theirs. Then we just see here lots attributes of the packages. When you start with npm packages and create packages, you need to define names, versions, describe, homepage, author, and contribution of the like package, and dependencies of the modules is mentioned here, and you also mentions repository, an entry point of the package, and keywords also put here. Easy to find out the package by the npm packages. uh, we okay, now if you want to uninstalling modules, if you want to uninstall express modules, okay, just type with npm uninstall express is uninstalls. npm uninstall express. You can remove the packages from uninstalling the modules. Also list out the what the npm list. npm list means the list out the npm list here. If you want to updating modules using like npm update and module names using npm update, you can search any modules using type just npm search express. It's list out the list where the name, descriptions, authors, date, and versions is here. Now we start with how can create modules in your first application. So we are just using like npm init. When you type npm init, it's ask about name of the package and descriptions, then emails, and remaining informations which one required to in your packages. You also seen here above, yes, these ones things need to type. Okay, it's not all compulsories, but you need to some names or name descriptions. It will be easy to identify your package. Let's start with npm packages. How can you create modules? Just we create one folders here. npm's, let's start. Just here put npm init. Means, see, you can see here they're asking about package names. Means whatever give means you need to type a package names. Here you mentions npm just a start level. Versions default is 1.10. I just continue these ones. Descriptions npm create modules. Entry point default is index.js. Test command just leave it. Git repository leave it, right? Author xyz. You can see how put here whatever you passed in as a parameters, it will print below and ask to you. It's fine. You press enter, then is continue and just create modules in your directory. Just to see here name of the packages, version of the packages, descriptions, main.js is entry point, script, author, and license. Just to see here npm start here, create one packages. There same things here. Okay, means names, everything is there. If you install any npm modules in this package, it will mention here, and you also mention in package log.json which versions you have to install. Where just start with one modules to install in this same project. Okay, You can also publish your npm if you are everything is okay and everything fine. Then also need to also you publish your npms, and it will be list out here any npms list, but we'll be looking in next. Okay, this one's now. Okay, now start with and downloading any package in your the programs, and see here how can package JSONs mentions the package dependency of the project, and also log these versions with packages. We just start with installing uppercase modules. It's this one's helpful to convert lower case to or something improper case to uppercase. A simple library. Start with npm. Start with npm. Install. Name is like uppercase. You can see here it's download and install in your project. All things mentions in package JSONs and package log JSONs. Here you see here the log file as a package JSON logs. You will be commit these files. Okay, and npm start this one repository here. You can see output here. See, if you install any modules in your projects, it will be track in dependencies, name of the modules and version of the modules. You can see also in package JSONs, package log JSONs. They are mentioned all the things. These are defaults, and I see here dependencies uppercase versions 1.3. Resolve these ones from where to download these ones, and this one mention all these things here with versions. Is very helpful to when you installing on other systems or some other locations. You don't need to write all these installation commands. Just running this packages commands or throw means you install all dependencies with same versions, means no conflict between the current and other systems. You can see here. Okay, also you can use this one package. How can you use this package? We mentioned to require functions, and you need to, there will be mentions like uppercase, and you need to store on a variables. Easy to map it. Okay, just start with an examples. You can just one start with an examples like I just create one files. There I just copy these lines and just save index.js. All the Node.js have extensions is JS. You can see here JS. And now we can see one of the Node.js programs is one small exercise. There I declare one HTTP variables, and there I use HTTP modules is using a uppercase module. We just start with functions like I just paste here. See, you can see here I am using two modules, HTTP and uppercase, and I just convert string to uppercase using a uppercase modules, and just I save it files, and just I go to one command prompt. They write node and file names index.js. This one start, and you can see output here. Localhost 8080 port. You can see the strings come in uppercase. How can is it? Because we mentions here whatever pass input, whatever the request is there, only one output is there, only hello words, and is converted in uppercase. This one is at your port. This one like demo. This one codes. Okay, you can now you learn still you learn REPL terminals and npm packages. Next, you learn file systems, callback concept, event loop, and event emitters in session 3. Thanks to all who's watching this video and who's present in the live sessions and here. Thank you.